What's up, my peeps? Time for a brand new episode of WWE Mayhem, and first things first, big news, the game is finally out for you guys to play. So, since I started posting up these episodes, people have been asking, when is Mayhem coming out? Specifically for Android, a lot of Android users, well, you guys can get your hands on the game today. So go ahead, go to the Play Store, install it, and you can play Mayhem for yourselves. Now, of course, with the worldwide launch came a brand new update. I installed it, and right off the bat, I noticed that the game looks a lot cleaner now. From the very first screen, before you even get to the main menu, instead of just saying WWE Mayhem and simply text, you've actually got a nice background to it. Then you get into the game, and everything really looks a bit, polished up. On top of that, they've updated the looks of a lot of superstars that we had prior to this brand new update. For instance, AJ Styles got an attire change. His tights aren't the same. Seth Rollins as well, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Enzo Amore. The Rock, for instance, now has a goatee, and there's actually more than one Rock superstar in the game now. And also, it's not just changes to the current superstars, the ones that we already had, but they've also added in a ton of new superstars. Just a couple of days ago, they put out a big update adding in Baron Corbin, Kalisto, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Sheamus, among other superstars. But now, with the worldwide launch, we have even more superstars. I was just about to talk about how I think guys like Rusev, Dolph Ziggler, Jinder Mahal should be in the game, and they've now added them in. We've now got Jinder Mahal, Rusev, so it could be Rusev Day every single day in Mayhem now. You've got Jeff Hardy, because they had Matt, but they didn't have Jeff, although Jeff, for some reason, his head, at least in the preview picture, looks really small. But yeah, you got Jeff, you got Jinder, you got Rusev, you got Andre the Giant. Now you've got more than one Sting. You got the NWO Red Sting, the NWO Wolfpack Sting, on top of the regular Crow Sting. You've also got more than one Taker. You've got the Ultimate Warrior, you've got the Big Show, you've got Andre the Giant. A lot of new additions to the game, and what was already in there now just looks better or looks updated. And I'd like to see that continue, where with future updates, they go ahead and update the superstars themselves and make it so they look like they currently do on TV. And also, something else that I've noticed that's good for everybody is that some of the loot has actually been improved. For instance, the daily loot, the loot that you get every single day, has now been upgraded. In the past, you could only get up to a 1-star superstar from the daily loot, and now you can get up to a 2-star. So that's a big change, a big upgrade right there. But anyways, enough about the changes. I like them, but let's get to the point here. You see the title of the video, how to level up fast. I was like, the game just came out. I'm sure a ton of people want to know how to get up to the higher levels as quick as possible, because then you unlock some more stuff. For instance, the Clash of Champions event going on right now requires you to be at level 5. But let's face it, level 5 is pretty easy to reach. This is more so for you to get to the higher levels, mainly level 30. You'll notice around level 23 or so, it's going to get harder. Well, it's going to get harder with every single level that you reach, because the XP requirement gets higher. But anyways, one of the ways you can complete the events and story episodes on the hardest difficulty is to have a strong team. And one of the ways you can have a strong team, or one of the ways that can help you, is simply having a bigger team, a bigger range of superstars or selection of superstars to use. So initially you start off with a 3-man team, or let's say 3 superstar team in case they add in female superstars in an update, which I hope they do. And then once you reach level 15, it adds another slot allowing you to go into any story or event with a 4 superstar team. Once you reach level 30, that's when you get the option of having a 5 superstar team, and obviously that's what you want. It's going to make it easier in events and stories. Okay, so this is going to be pretty simple. You'll need 2 things. Some energy, so make sure you've got enough, make sure you've got a decent amount. If you've got 25, perfect. If you don't know what energy is, it's the lightning bolt at the top. You need that to play some matches. And you'll need at least 100 gold. Next up, make sure there's an active event going on, at least one active event if you can complete an event on normal or on superstar difficulty. Now, if you can't even complete an event on normal difficulty and you can only do it on easy, then you want to make sure that there's 2 events currently going on in your case, and I'll get to that in just a few moments. So I'll start it off with those of you who can complete the events on either normal or superstar difficulty. Now I want you to go ahead and pick an event that you feel you can complete, and that's not too out of your range. Like, don't go for the Unstoppable Giant event if you're just starting off in the game. I'd recommend a Raw or a SmackDown if you're just starting out. So go ahead, pick one of those, and then I want you to keep in mind the total fights in the event. Look at that number, keep that in mind, and also remember that every single node within an event or within a story, whatever it is, whether it's cash, a revive, or a health pack, or a match, they will all take 1 out of your energy. So just keep that all in mind, and then go into the hardest difficulty you feel you can complete within that event. So if it's superstar, it's superstar. If it's normal, it's normal. Go ahead, play the matches within that difficulty, and stop right before the championship match, because you want to go ahead and check how much energy you've got left. Do you remember the number of total fights for this event? It's going to be the same for every single difficulty. Do you have enough energy to cover that, and maybe a couple extra energy on top of that, because they don't count the item nodes? So, do you have enough? If the answer is no, then just wait it out a bit until your energy recovers, or if you really want to, or if you're really in a rush, you can use a max energy refill. But I say just wait for it, and I'll wait for it to refill if you don't have enough. And if you do have enough, then go ahead, play the championship match. As soon as the championship match is over and you're done with that difficulty, quickly go ahead and go to an easier difficulty. And before you even start the first match within the next difficulty, this is crucial here, this is the important part, you want to go ahead and click on the boost section and go ahead and get yourself the 50% plus XP bonus for 10 minutes. Quickly get that and go through as many matches as you can within that 10 minutes, because that's how much time you've got, well actually a little bit less now, with the title bonus and the XP boost. So what's going to happen here is you're going to get the title bonus XP, so that already boosts up the XP that you get for every single match, and on top of all of that, you're going to get 50% more, so we're stacking on the XP boost with the title bonus. Both are 10 minutes, it's the perfect combination, and that is the quick way to level up in WWE Mayhem. And the reason why I recommend starting off with the harder difficulty first before you use this is because by going through the easier difficulties when you're using the title bonus and also the XP bonus, you've got that limited time, you've got that 10 minutes, so it's more beneficial for you to go through as many matches as possible, as quick as possible, within that time to get as much XP as possible. And for those of you who can only complete events on beginner, it's fine, you can still do this, except in your case, you're going to need 2 events, because instead of hopping from one difficulty to the other, you're going to hop from one event to the other. So you're going to pretty much be doing the exact same thing, except once you're done with easy, you're going to go ahead and back out of that event, go into the other event, and go into the easy mode of that event. And things are still the same. You got to make sure that you've got enough energy, and also don't worry, the title match will carry over to the other event as well. But I will say this, I would personally recommend that you wait until you can at least complete an event on normal before you go ahead and use this. I'd say wait when things really slow down for you. When you feel that it's getting really slow to level up, then go ahead and use the XP boost. Because leveling up initially is really quick and really easy, so I'd consider it a waste if you go ahead and get the XP boost at like level 5. I personally waited until I think it was level 23 or level 24 when I first used the XP boost, because I really wanted to get to level 30 so I can have a 5-man team, and that of course helped out in a big way. Also, I know there's a cheaper option, the 20% XP boost, but this video is all about leveling up fast, and that's a lower percentage of course, and it's the same timer, it's still 10 minutes, and of course the title bonus is also 10 minutes, so with the 20%, some might see it as a better value because you can get 4 of them for the price of the 50% one, but it's not as simple as that, because with the 20% one, it's the exact same timer as the 50% one and the title bonus. So once that 10 minutes is up, you're going to have to play a bunch more matches that aren't title matches, and that's going to take away from your energy, so you're going to have to wait on your energy to refill, and then once you get the championship match, you're going to play that, and then you're going to have to activate another 20% one, and then you're going to need some more energy for the upcoming matches and upcoming 10 minutes and so on and so forth. So that's why I stick to the 50% one. Another tip is you can actually get the 50% boost out of the store before you even start the event, so that way it's ready to go for you and you can just go ahead and select it once or right before the first match. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button down below and subscribe for more Mayhem videos. If you guys want another dedicated Mayhem tips video, let's get this video to 250 likes and I'll go ahead and make one. I'm out, guys. See ya.